In this video, you'll learn how to draft documents with Copilot in Word. We'll walk through how to describe your goal clearly and how to reference an existing file so Copilot can use it as context. By the end, you'll know how to turn a simple idea into a solid first draft without starting from a blank page. Let's start with the basic idea of how Copilot works in Word. Think of Copilot as a writing assistant that listens to your instructions, looks at any documents you choose to share with it, and then creates a draft based on what you asked for. It doesn't replace your judgment or your style, but it gives you a strong starting point that you can refine. First, open your document in Word where you want Copilot to work. This can be a completely blank document or an existing file where you want to add new content. Make sure Copilot is visible, usually as a panel or a button in your Word window. If you don't see it, check that you're signed in with an account that has Copilot enabled and that you're using a supported version of Word. Now focus on describing your goal. In the Copilot prompt area, you'll type what you want it to create. A good example might be draft a 2-page project proposal for a new community garden. Notice how this example is specific. It tells Copilot the type of document, the approximate length, and the topic. When you write your own prompt, try to include those same elements: what kind of document you need, how long it should be, who it's for, and what the main topic or purpose is. You can go a bit further with detail if you want. For instance, you might mention the audience, any key sections you need, or the tone you're aiming for. You could say something like, use a professional but friendly tone and include sections for objectives, timeline, budget, and community benefits. The more clearly you describe your goal, the better Copilot can shape the draft. Next, you have the option to reference a file. This is especially helpful if you already have background material, previous proposals, or any documents that Copilot should use as a source of information or style. In the Copilot interface, look for the plus icon. Click on this plus icon to attach or reference a file. This tells Copilot, use this document as context when you draft my new content. When you choose a file, take a moment to make sure it genuinely supports the goal you described. For example, if you're creating a project proposal, you might attach a similar proposal you wrote in the past, or a planning document that includes important details like budget numbers or timelines. Copilot will read that file and use it to enrich your draft, pulling out relevant information and keeping the style consistent where possible. After you've described your goal in the prompt box and selected any file you want to reference using the plus icon, you're ready to generate the draft. Submit your prompt and give Copilot a moment to work. It will create a draft right in your document based on your instructions and any reference material. Once the draft appears, read through it carefully. Copilot gives you a strong starting point, but it's still your document. Edit the language, adjust the structure, and add any specific details that might be missing. You can also run Copilot again with a refined prompt if you want to change the focus, shorten or expand sections, or adjust the tone. That's all there is to it. By clearly describing your goal in the prompt and clicking the plus icon to reference a relevant file, you can use Copilot in Word to quickly generate well-structured drafts that you can then customize to fit your exact needs.